Good evening, wherever you are. It's been a while. I've not been coming online to share with you my thoughts and what's going on. So some of you probably now are sleeping, or some of you are going to wake up. In some areas it is morning. In Australia, it's different timing. In Toronto, it's different timing. But I'm now in UK. I want to share with you a verse that I've been reciting for years that have changed my mind. That has transformed my life, and it has made me achieve so many things. So I hope this verse, you can apply it in your life. It's in my mind. It's part of my meditation every day. Today is my 34th day of Lose to Win Challenge. We have been eating 1 meal a day to put a spotlight in Sudan and South Sudan. And it's been a spiritual journey. But there's a verse that has transformed my life that I want to share with you. If you want to transform your life and you never want your life to be the same again, and you want things to change from now going forward, I want to share with you what this verse is and what it has done to me, and how it has changed my mind, and how it has given me a different perspective on how I look at life in every day. So this verse is Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. What does it say? So I'll put it in my own context. God created Adam and Eve, or in that time, and what did God tell them? Be fruitful, multiply, and subdue. Like, be fruitful, multiply, and subdue. I want you to make it into your head and understand, why is God commanding be fruitful, multiply, and subdue? Now, that's the rule of nature. That's the law that is happening. The plants are getting productive and they're becoming fruitful. The flies are obeying the same thing. The frogs are obeying the same thing. The birds are obeying the same thing. Now, what does it mean to be fruitful, multiply, and subdue? What it actually means is be productive, be creative, multiply, and dominate. So basically, you have to create something. You have to be productive. Wherever you are, you have to be productive. And if you become productive, that wherever you go, that you're able to add value, what it means, again, is, can you scale it? Can you scale that thing? And can you dominate it in that area? Most people are just sitting in their houses and praying that God is going to bless them. No, God will not bless you. God expects you to go out there and be productive and be creative and do something and be tangible, add value. Let people talk about you. Let people talk about your greatness. And then you can attract wealth to yourself. So that's what the verse I apply in my life every day. Be fruitful. But what does it mean to be fruitful? It means to have a fruit. It actually means you must have a seed. So now when you have a seed and you have that seed, you grow it and put water in it, what will happen to that seed? That seed could die. That seed could be eaten by a worm. That seed, and there are different types of seeds. So what type of seeds do you have? The type of seed you have will give you certain type of plants. And when that plant grows, you also have to protect it from different type of pests, animals, all kind of things that want to eat it, to destroy it. So, where I want to go with this is, I want you to bear with me. A thought in your head is like a seed. There are over 90,000 thoughts that come into our mind every day. Some of them are repetitive. Some of them are new, and some of them are just happening to be there. So now, those thoughts are like seeds. So when a thought comes into your head and you hold that thought, it can become an idea. So almost like a seedling. Because nothing man created or human being that exists that did not first exist in the mind. So every thought that came into your head now, thought, that idea that you have came out of a thought, and that's like a seed. Now, how do you take that idea of yours and grow it to become something that people can eat? For me to become a musician, it was a thought. So I held that thought. Some people, when I shared that thought with the people, they told me, you'll never be anything. So they almost killed it. But I kept it. And I kept on watering it. I kept on nurturing it. And here it has brought me to where I am. So your way out of poverty or your way out of struggle is a thought. You may have a thought out of your situation, but you next day, you don't want to do anything with that thought. So a thought is a gift. It's a seed. So what type of thought do you have that you can now grow into a beautiful idea, magnified, become a vision that you can spend the next 30 years building? What is that thought that you have? 90,000 of thoughts comes into our mind every day. So now you cannot tell me you don't have a seed, you don't have anything. So now, let's go. Be fruitful, multiply, and subdue. So you mean to have a fruit, you must have a seed. So a seed is like a thought. So that's what I want to share with you. Now, every day, every project that comes into my life, behind that project, there's a thought. And then that thought, when I hold it for a while, it becomes an idea. So let's take it this way. You wake up in the morning. What thoughts are you holding in your head that are going to grow? What thoughts? If the thought is about somebody who pissed you off long time ago, then it will grow in your head, and that's what's going to keep you busy. Now, if the thought is about a business of yours that crashed a while ago, and you're holding it in your head, then that's what will grow. So they say, you are what you think. You're your thought, your daily thoughts. The repetition of your thoughts every day is you. So what are you thinking now? What are you holding in your mind? What is that seed that you have that you can turn into a fruit, that you can multiply, and you can be dominant in that area? So I thought I would share this with you. And one of the things why I'm sharing with you is 70% of entrepreneurs in the world, the richest people in the world, 70% of all the wealthy people in the world are entrepreneurs. And you come to like 15% of that are investors, people who are wealth that they have accumulated over years. And that the 15% of the wealthiest people in the world are investors. 70% of them are entrepreneurs. And who are entrepreneurs? People who are creative, who have ideas, who fall in love with solution and monetize it. And 15% are investors. And who are investors? They invest in entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurs multiply. Now, then the 7% richest people on the world are corrupt leaders. Corrupt government officials are the 7% of the world wealthiest. Then you come to the 5% of the world wealthiest in the world are athletes. And who are athletes? Basketballers, footballers, those who run long distance. Athletes are 5% wealthiest people on earth. Then we come to 3% wealthiest people on earth are artists. just artists. Then 0% wealthiest people in the world are those who are looking for jobs, or those who are working for jobs, or those who are jobless, or those who have jobs, or those who have nothing to do. Those are the 0% wealthiest people on the earth. Okay. Now, since we have seen it, now one thing I've learned is there's different type of people, different mindset of individuals. The individual who say, I'm going to go to school so I can get a better job. But there are people who say, I am going to go to school. This is the wealthy mindset. I'm going to go to school so I can develop a skill. And in that skill that I can develop, I can go and exchange and add value in a place. And whatever I get in that place, I can come and build something that I can own. Now, that's the mindset you should be thinking when you go to school to acquire knowledge. It's not to get a job. If that is to get a job, you will be poor for the rest of your life. But if you go to school to acquire that knowledge, that you can go and add value in a place, and whatever they compensate you with, you use that to build something that you own. You can invest some of that. You can start a business, or you can own a house. That's how you think. And then there are people who say, I am going to school to acquire knowledge so I can come and build my own life, build something that I can own. Now you can come and realize most entrepreneurs don't have degrees. Some of the top wealthiest people in the world, they don't have degrees. They don't have PhDs. They don't have, sometimes as universities, high school dropout. So what does school teach you? When you go to school, it teaches you what to think. But how to think, that's your imagination. That's the power of your mind. How to think is different. So, but when you go to school, because school can destroy how you think, it will only transform you to what you think. So school build workers. So now, what is it that you are going to build that is your own thing? You can see people like us, we're busy. It's difficult for people like us to be corrupted by the government of South Sudan because we have built things of our own. But it's easy to corrupt somebody who has nothing, whose belly is empty. Whose belly is empty. So now here's the mindset. Be fruitful, multiply and subdue. Be productive, be creative, scale it, and dominate. Now what does that mean? It means if you become the toilet cleaner, be the best toilet cleaner in that place. If you're going to be a maid in somebody's house, be the best. So whatever you are, you lead from any position, you shine from any position, and whatever you get, people know you as to go-to person. And from what you get, and you can come and build something you own. So I thought that's what I want to share with you. That's the verse that transformed my life. And I say it every day in my mind that I am going to be fruitful. I will multiply and subdue, and God will be glorified. Every day I wake up, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to create something beautiful. I'm going to create beautiful things. And I'm going to scale it, and I will dominate, and God will be glorified. So basically, my prayers are not about God give me this, God give me that. God, no. We have been commanded to be fruitful, multiply, and subdue. Now in this situation, there's things that only us can do, and that is in your own life, in your own presence, wherever you go, when you step in a room or when you're with your friends, what do people think about you? Or have you ever, how many remembers when people are playing football? I remember when we used to play football. And then you have the two best players, one on the other side, one on the other side. Now they have to start picking. Now when they're picking their team member, were you picked as the last person or were you never picked? So now when these people are picking, because guys are going to play a game, they'll start picking the best, the best, the best. No, so I remember when we used to go, I used to never get picked. Then I asked myself, why? Why am I not picked? Yeah, why am I not picked? Everybody get picked and I just stay there. Then you can end, kids are ruthless. When they're playing football and they're dividing it, there's nothing called, oh, I'm going to pick you because of my friend. No, they're going to pick the best players and the worst ones are picked last. And if you're super worst, nobody picks you. You have to stay on the bench until one of your friends have mercy on you on the play later to say, look, let me sit down so so-and-so could play. So when I discovered that you have to, the best are the one getting selected, I started working on my craft. I would play. I'll make myself my own ball out of socks or out of plastic thing, and I would start playing, and I would just play. It took me months to try to reach the best. One day, when I stepped on the football pitch, and I was given one chance, and they said, Jal can play now. Now, when the captains are picking, I remember I was picked as number 3 or number 4, but one time I was picked on like the number 9th round. So I said, no. I don't want to be picked as the number 9. I want to be picked as the first one, second, or third. So that's how life is. Now, when you go for a job interview, where are you going to be picked? What value are you adding in people's life? Why do people have to like us? People will like us because there's something similar that they find between us and them. People will like us if there is something we're giving them, something tangible, something that can transform their life. That's why people will like us. And the third one is people will like us if we have common goals, shared values, something similar. So I thought I would share this with you. Wherever you are, my brothers and sisters, if you want to transform your life, use this verse and make it part of your life every day. I am going to be fruitful. I will multiply and I will subdue. I am going to be productive, creative, and I will scale that. And wherever I go, I dominate. Don't wait for a handout. Don't wait for somebody to save you. The command is there that go out and what? And become fruitful, multiply, and dominate. Peace is you.